That my best friend, she a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend. She a real fat bitch, drive her own
It's
car.
been a long week and it's only Tuesday.
It has. Every time I work out back to back like that, like I work out Monday evening and then I get up Tuesday morning, this morning and work out, I be feeling like tired of the way.
Tired of the
Man.
Whoa. I love it. That's one of my favorite songs from a Tyler Perry movie.
Man, shout out to Kelly Price.
Every time I hear the name Kelly Price, I think of that episode of Catfish where she was
You
like,
shouldn't have never called me a fat ass Kelly Price. But you know what? I watched that episode on like Hulu or something one day when I was cleaning up. And what really struck me was that bitch was making a man voice to act like a man. Like that.
Weren't they like best friends or something? And then they fell out and the girl got mad.
I can't remember if they were cousins. Yeah, I can't remember if they were cousins or if they were best friends, but they were very, very close. Like known each other their whole life. And the when she did the voice, she was like, "You so stupid." Like that's me doing the voice. And when she did it, boy, I was at home hollering. Because I cannot believe you played in that man face like that.
It's always you should have never called me a fat ass Kelly Price for me.
That shit hilarious. I'm sorry.
Oh,
wow.
Welcome back to another episode of Black Bougie and Bout It, where you get real, raw, and rich conversation. I am Abby Ayana.
And I am Jessica Monique, honey. Child, we have so much to talk about today, baby. Let's just jump right on in.
We need to check in. How was your last week? Oh, we gonna jump in? We ain't gonna do no check-in?
Oh, I ain't been doing shit.
Oh, I ain't been doing shit except, new hair alert. I don't know what it's giving, but it's giving something, and I don't know what it is yet. But I'm
just giving. Period. That's what it is.
Nails done.
Okay. Period.
I'm looking good. I'm feeling good because yesterday somebody had me fucked up. I'm not gonna go deep into it. Because
talk about
it is what it is.
The one we've been talking about this whole time.
Yes. Cause a need gonna need every time. But anyways, I live outside of myself. I'm working on it. Y'all know I have a small anger issue when it comes to men sometimes acting stupid. Did I have to yank him up? Allegedly, I don't know. But things happen. So I did get outside of myself and I felt really bad about it because I don't know. And maybe this is just because of the whole black woman stereotype trope thing, but it's like I get so mad with myself when I allow somebody to make me emotional. Like it makes me, because I'd be so embarrassed with myself. And I know that's bad because we should allow ourselves to, have feelings and feel emotions and process things. I'm human, But it's just like when a man make me mad, like how that man make me mad, I just be like, damn it. Like, I should have kept it together. I should have just been like, fuck you. And just like kept it pushing. And it's like, dang, why did I cry? Why did I let you make me mad? Why did I allow these emotions to come out of me? But it was what it was.
I be having to work on my emotions because I'm so like, I can be so withdrawn sometimes and like hold everything in that I literally give you nothing. And especially when I'm like over it, I just feel like I there's nothing else for me to say. And so that'd be my problem. It probably is very much like talking to a wall once you done really piss me off. I'm just done.
Yeah. I get like that after I blow up. Once I blow up, I'm numb. It's like once I give everything I have, like once I hit that peak and I'm like, after that, I'm like, like and especially with men who aren't accountable, my thing is we talk about this all the time. Like if you see that I'm emotional and I'm crying and I'm irate and I'm telling you like this is why I'm this way right now. This is and you make it well, we gonna fix it. we gonna work on it. No, nigga, you need to fix it. You need to work on it. I hate that. That makes me even more upset because it's like you're trying to act like you ain't the issue. You ain't did nothing. And it's like, no, you have pissed me off. You need to be sorry for pissing me off. And then you need to say, hey, I'm sorry for pissing you off. And how can I make you not pissed off? That's it.
I mean, after a while, I don't even be wanting to talk about it. I want you to just do it. Like, I don't be wanting to have like long, drawn out conversations about why and how and what. Like, prove it to me by just doing it. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe you.
On top of him just straight up lying to me, but you know.
Sure.
We talked about that on the episode called Unwarranted Lies. If you have not gone and listened to it, please go listen to it.
Go
make
listen
sure
to that.
We link it below. It was a really good episode. But that is one of my biggest pet peeves. If you lie to me unwarranted, don't tell me you're available whenever and you actually only available after 9 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
And after 9 p.m. on Saturday. So your only real free day is Sunday. Don't say you available all the time because you're not. That's a lie. It's a lie. So yeah, anyways, I digress. We're gonna move into something serious. We're not gonna go deep into all of the topics because we're not really well versed on and I see so much. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. It
is a lot.
And unfortunately, the Alabama school system did not teach me about European and world history. They only taught me about American. But we do want to send our thoughts, our prayers, and just everything over there to Israel and the Palestine. We're not picking sides. There is no sides, but we know that women, children, families, everybody has been getting bombed and misplaced and run out of their homes and communities. So we want to send our love and our prayers over to them because in the midst of this war, there's a lot of innocent people getting hurt.
Yeah, I hate stuff like this. And in other countries, women and children always suffer the most. And so I just really hate that. But, you know, like you said, just our thoughts and prayers are definitely with them because this is genocide at this point. And so I just hope that they can, or we all can figure it out because I know, you know, in some degree our country will be involved. But yeah, it's very, very sad, very disheartening seeing everything happen on the news. And it's so crazy because I feel like it's like once we get out of one situation, like with one country, then like something else pops up. It's like all these things are just like working.
Right. Wasn't that shit with Russia just going on last year? Was that Russia, right?
Yeah.
With Brittany Griner and all that when she was locked up and
oh yeah.
Wasn't that Russia? No, that was Ukraine. Ukraine.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a war in Ukraine where they were like killing everybody?
They're still kind of, you know, figuring that out though.
Oh,
that's not really over. But you know, they're saying a lot of this stuff, like a lot of those leaders, they're like kind of working together. That's kind of what I got from the news or whatever. They kind of like in cahoots. That's why like one thing pops up and then another pops up and then, but they're slightly like related or whatever. But so I don't know. I just hope that everything can be figured out and did it because it seemed like we can't have no peace. I'm thankful that we live in a country where we don't fight wars like on our land, you know. So I can only imagine how it is like your home has been bombed.
Right, you walk out your front door and it's literal bullets and bombs and fires and people screaming and running. Like I can't even like imagine it. Or
even just people coming in your house like to kidnap you or ransacking your house and all that stuff. You know, that's just crazy. So, yeah, I don't know, but you know, thoughts and prayers in our hearts and all of our concern is out there for them. Now, somebody who is drawing a lot
getting
of
not a thought. Not a prayer for me. I can guarantee that.
Somebody
she is not getting nothing.
I don't know what to say about our sis, and y'all know exactly who we talking about because everybody has been talking about her these past few days. Jada Pinkett Smith. Honey.
Oh my gosh. I know for a
Honey.
while now we've been saying take the mics away from people. Like, let's take the mics away. Let's take the mics away. Take them. But somebody, anybody, in you, take
Please.
her mic. Oh, I have never wanted a black woman to shut the hell up so bad in my life.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
it's
this is
just
my
too much
thing with
at this point. It's too much.
it is. It's a
Too
lot.
much.
It's a lot. It's so much. Like with her, it's just like a new thing every single day. Now, okay, let's really like get into it. You know, me and you, we both went to school for media, marketing, journalism.
Right,
We
right.
worked in
This is all
PR.
for her book.
Everything is PR, y'all. Like everything is in order to sell books. When celebrities put books out, they want them to sell to make them money. And so,
Right.
you know, making it, I feel like, as salacious as it has been, it's just a marketing tactic. Because we could read her book and that be the smallest part of her book. But that's
Right.
the part they choose to like, you know, blow up. And I saw some tweets when people was like, folks have been wanting to be in their business at this point for decades, like for the longest time. And so now that they actually like putting y'all in their business, now y'all mad. And so maybe that's why she felt like
This is why you gotta stay out of grown folks' business.
okay, like maybe that's why they felt the need, or her team or whoever felt the need to lead with these kind of things, or what, I don't know. But
what got me was starting with the initial interview clip that was everybody was talking about when she said her and Will have been separated and living separate lives since 2016. First things first, duh, we knew this.
Yeah.
I don't know why everybody was acting surprised. We knew this. They said they have said or alluded to this several times that they, you know, was not in a traditional type of marriage or relationship. So
yeah, they talked about this on Red Table Talk when they had, I think, the situation with August Alsina, because they said that basically they were on a break, is what they said. They were on a break, and that's when she was with August. So, and they were about to really like get a divorce, but they just decided not to. And then, also in his book, he talks about the same thing. And y'all know I said on here before all this stuff came out, I read his book last month. And I think the difference between him and her is, and I feel like this is something like women can learn from men. When men do stuff, they don't like make,
announce it.
not all the time, they don't like make a hoopla about it. You know what I'm saying? They just put the fucking book out. I said what I said. There it is. Like I didn't really see
but
him.
and even the promo he did wasn't like
no.
And maybe this is, again, I'm not gonna say who's a villain, who's a victim. I think both of them have probably done fucked up shit to each other. They've been together for a long time.
They have.
But my thing is, like you said, it's the way that she's going about it. It's not like she's sitting down saying, you know, this book is about my life and my childhood and my experiences in marriage and my experience as a mother and the trials and tribulations that I've experienced over my life. Every single interview and clip that I have personally seen has literally been her talking about marriage and how she did not like Will and she was crying on her wedding day and she hated this, and then this happened and she didn't like Will and she hated him on this, and how she don't love him and like that's the only stuff she's been talking about. She ain't talking about nothing else.
Yeah, and I feel like too, it's got to be okay. Like if you read Will's book, which I feel like a lot of people should, like you get a lot out of it, because even though he talked about their marriage, it was very much so like about him. But like he is very much so like a perfectionist. And he does not like negative press. So I feel like when he put his book out, he's the kind of person where he has already thought of all the outcomes. Like he has already, okay, what A, B, and C. And then he chose which outcome he wanted. You know what I'm saying? He's very like calculated. And I think with her, she lacks tact. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it could be, and don't come for me, because I'm about to say what I'm gonna say. But I feel like, Jada grew up in the hood with a drug addicted mother who experiencing abuse in the home, like running the street. Will Smith grew up in a 2-parent household with educated parents who
A
were,
military dad at that.
yeah, a military dad. Even though his dad was dishonorably discharged, but still, his dad was a business owner. They owned a home. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he had way more of a stable upbringing, and I feel like that's why she handles stuff the way she do, because she handles stuff just like a hood ass girl would. Like, she
Mm-hmm.
just lacks tact. She just fly off at the mouth, and I think that's the difference between him and her. He does stuff in a very like thought out, almost, I don't want to say like manipulative, but it's manipulative kind of way, because you felt how he wanted you to feel about his book. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, instead of focusing on his marriage, he talked about how he had the will to keep going in his career, and like,
And his
you know what I'm
relationship with
saying?
his
And his
dad
his
and all
relationship
this
with his
other
dad
stuff.
and all the things he learned and all that stuff. He didn't lead with like how he talked about in the book how he had a separate house. He lived in a different house by himself. Like, he never lived by himself. He talked about how he did like microdosing with the shrooms, and how he like figured out, all these things. Like, everything he said in his book was kind of like, this is how I messed up our marriage. So that's why when she come out and say stuff, I kind of be like, oh, maybe she just hasn't had the time yet to tell her side of her story. Because it seems like when they were really like married, when the kids were young, everything was about what he wanted to do. And she did not get to do a lot of stuff that she wanted to do. He even said that he was very, very selfish. So I wonder if this is just like her time to like let it all out. But again, I
But
think she just does
it
it
don't
in
make
a
her
bitch
look
ass
good.
way. Yeah, and she just does it in a bitch ass way.
And I don't know, like, nothing about her press has made me want to buy this book. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it just,
Yeah.
and I don't know what I expect from Jada. I don't know her personally, but I just be wanting her, because it's like before all the entanglement and all of this stuff, we thought she was such like we knew she was from Baltimore in the hood or whatever,
Yeah.
but she still was like revered as classy,
Like homegirl is,
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I'm
but
saying?
we still put her in the same category as like Nia Long and
Mm-hmm.
Regina Hall, like that timeless classiness, that
Yeah.
90s beauty, that and it's like the
Yeah.
more she open her mouth, the uglier she get. And it ain't even the way her outward appearance. It's just like you said, the way she's handling all these situations.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know.
She lacks
I don't
tact
know.
to the utmost. I can't really say it in a different way. And also too, I feel like, okay, because we were talking about this at work. I kind of feel two ways about this. It's like, when you decide I'm gonna write a memoir, whether it's like for my own personal healing or my own personal growth, or because I want to share my story, I don't think that people can censor how you feel about your own life story. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Correct.
if all the things that she decided to share is just a part of her journey and she wanted to put it out there, then you got a right to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I feel like, I don't know, just like how when celebrities, when they go to interviews, they have like a list of questions or something that people can and can't ask them. I would have rather her just been like, I don't want to talk about that every time, or like, just talk, like, focus on that for a second, but talk about like how it was growing up with your mom, or like, just all those kind of things, not just the salacious, like, the marriage and all that
Feeding
kind
into
of.
the
Yeah,
media.
like, I feel like we just didn't get, like, people will probably miss any of the really like good messages they could get from the book because you decided to focus on that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Yeah, even that whole comment where
uh,
I think I saw she said she was like, she was looking around trying to figure out who was Will talking about when he said, "Don't talk about my wife keep my wife name out your mouth at the Oscars because he had not called her his wife in a long time. I'm like, girl, you know he was talking about you.
I mean, yeah, but it's like if y'all ain't been calling each other that, she probably was surprised that he said
But ma'am, you showed up on his arm at the damn Oscars. You know he was talking about you.
Yeah. You know, in his book, he wrote about how he has always felt like a coward, like all his life, because when his dad used to put his hands on his mom, one of the times when it got like real serious, he didn't jump in, but his younger brother did. And so it's like ever since that, like that experience basically made him feel like a punk his whole life. And so his all his life basically he been like people pleasing women and women in his life, trying to prove to them like, oh, I'm the man. So I felt like when he slapped him for her, you know, that's how he felt. He felt like, oh, I'm gonna defend your honor because you know he did that to you. And I just, it seems like as much as he tries with her, it never lands right. But he be having
She don't
like
want to be
great
married to
intentions.
him.
Yeah, he be having, it's both of them though. Like he be having
Let
good
me get a divorce.
intentions.
I truly believe they probably would do each other some very much good
Mhm.
healing if they actually really separated. Not this, I'm separated, but we still together on paper. Like, no, separate.
I don't know, because at this point, hell, it's all kind of marriages out there. You know what I'm saying? So
I know, and that's not off for Black people. I mean, we all
yeah,
know grandmamas and granddaddies who probably should have gotten a divorce, but because they
exactly.
didn't believe in divorce, they just slept in separate bedrooms, and you know it
Hmm.
was what it was. So I mean, I know it. I just I won't be buying her book. I can say that much.
Yeah, I'm interested, but I don't know. I don't
I'd
know
rather
if
read
I
his
will or not. And
rather
it's
than
so
hers.
crazy because I actually used to really like Red Table Talk because they had really good topics on there.
The
I,
concept was great.
the
Like the three
content was
generations
good.
talking about different current and worldly issues like drug addiction, you know, generational curses, different things like that. Again, the concept, chef's kiss.
The actual show is good. Like the topics that they have and the guests that they have on the show, like the psychiatrists and everything, or just whoever the experts they would bring on were so good. But I hate
Mhm.
that all that other shit like overshadowed the show. That's not why it was canceled. It got canceled because Facebook just decided to do away with like those shows anyway.
That
But
shows, yeah.
I just feel like once you kind of like make everything like messy like that, you do the people a disservice because then you've made it about you instead of like trying to help people, which is what you said you wanted to do. So
Hmm.
I don't know.
So,
I don't
question, because I heard some, I forgot what I was watching, but they were talking about this, and they said, well, you know, the only reason she even responded to the whole situation is because August Alsina is the one who, you know, brought it up
yeah,
and said it in the Angela Yee video.
that's
So,
true.
my question would be like, was she wrong for having the sit down video? Should she have not responded? Should she have did it a different way? Like, how could she have? I guess I don't want to call it saved face with us, but like, how
Mhm.
could the situation have better transpired than what it did with the whole and the sit down with the entanglement, her and Will, and all of that? Like, you know, after because we can't control August. I said, you know, he lit the fire, right?
Basically.
But what would you have responded with if you would have responded, or you know?
I think they could have responded. See, I actually think when they went on Red Table Talk, it like stirred the pot because Will was
Mhm.
sitting there looking like he didn't want to be there, and then she didn't really like apologize for it or anything
Or
like
even
that.
really say she cheated.
Yeah,
Like
she
it
didn't.
was really like a that's why people make the joke because it was like a entanglement. Like what the hell is that?
Yeah, like I don't know. It was just very like weird. I feel like I would have probably responded on the show or I okay, cool. I would have did the Red Table Talk, but I would have did it as more of like a a conversation, and maybe they could have actually been like telling the truth and having real dialogue. And maybe they can just say like, we're still working through it, or like we're still getting past it, but we've decided like to move on, and that happened a while ago, or like something like that. I wish they had a really been more of a united front, because I think what made her the villain then was the fact that Will was sitting there like he was just sitting there looking like, I don't want to fucking be here. And that's because he don't like negative press. Like, this is a man who has meticulously designed his career. I'm telling you, if you read his book, you will see he's a little like mental. You know what I'm saying?
I think
Like,
anybody on that level of success, and I've said this before, I use this example all the time, Michael Jordan. I think anybody who reaches the unreachable type of pinnacles, we talking about like 1 in a million ass people. Like Will Smith was literally the $1 million movie man. Wasn't nobody getting paid $1 million to do a movie before Will Smith. He was like he was literally breaking all these barriers, all these records. He was that dude, literally for a long time.
Yes.
So I think to be able to reach that, you gotta be a little bit off your rocker. You gotta be a little bit delulu. Like you got to.
Yes. So that's why I'm saying, like, all of this like stuff in the press and like all of this, I mean, it's especially since now he's like turned 50, and now like they have like separated, and he hasn't been working as much. I know even in the book he said like he's been different. He's been like taking more time for himself, because it's like for over 10 years, or even longer probably, he was like nonstop. Like,
he had a movie coming out every year.
He was getting it. So he was just working that whole time. But at the same time, she was not. Like, she had to hold down the house and like make sure the kids was good. And then he even moved into that damn ranch, like where they have Red Table Talk. And she didn't even want to live there. And she told him that. But he moved there because that's what the fuck he wanted to do. Like, I don't know. It's like, I understand her. I just wish that she would do things better. Like, it comes across like, I don't give a fuck. Like, but then it's wrapped up in all these vocabulary words, and you trying to sound deep and like, an entanglement. Bitch, if you gonna tell us the truth, just tell us the truth. Like,
it be the pauses. It's like, and for me and Will, we understood that the journey for healing was the most important part for us, not to focus on the marriage, right? But the partnership. Because if you have no partnership, then you have no marriage. And that's what we've been doing, Hoda. That's what we've been doing, working on the partnership. Yeah.
And I'm already tired. Like, I got tired just hearing that.
Insert the clip of her, me. Insert, because that is like what she's talking. It's very slow. It's very slow to make it seem like she really about to drop some gems. And she really ain't saying, she just said one sentence.
Yeah. So, I also feel like, what is up with like us keep bringing up Tupac? Like, what?
Let that if I was him, I'd be turning over in my grave every time she said my name, just turning. Like, golly. Like, let that man rest. She didn't talk about that man that much when he was breathing. Good Lord. If I was Will, I probably would have bopped her up against her head by now. Shut the fuck up about that nigga.
He even said that he despised him because he knew how she felt about him. It wasn't until
then she say all this shit like, we wouldn't be married. It wouldn't work. Yet you continuously talk about this nigga.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell that was probably like her little twin flame or something. Definitely like a soul tie was there. Like he probably was one of the greatest loves of her life. And so maybe that just never goes away if you're not happy in your marriage still. You know what I'm saying? You always have a like if you've experienced better then who you with is just not gonna ever cut it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you've experienced better, it don't matter. Like you're always gonna low key be comparing things to that person. So I feel like that's what it is for her, but it's a hurt there because obviously he's passed away. So you'll never get that shit back. And just like she said, he was with all kind of damn folks. Hell, he was with Kadada Jones when he died.
Yeah. I was just about to say he was with Quincy Jones' daughter when he
Yeah. So I mean, they was and in hindsight, God probably blocked it. Hell, you might have been shot the hell up too, trying to run up all the time. Like you probably didn't
or just not been able to get the opportunities that she got, because let's not act like Tupac near the end of his life wasn't getting like a lot of negative press and bad, this reputation and all of that with this whole, thug life and East Coast, West Coast shit. So
absolutely.
Speaking about thug life, this young lady, another young lady, Lord have mercy. I feel bad. I know I'm probably not supposed to, but I genuinely feel bad. Like I don't want her to go to jail. If you don't know, and if you haven't heard, y'all do know a couple of months ago, earlier this summer, in our neck of the woods, unfortunately, in good old sweet old Alabama, Miss Carly Russell decided to disappear herself for a couple of days. And had the whole state and everybody looking all in the bushes, in the woods, across the train tracks, in every nook and cranny, just to find out that she came up with the whole plan allegedly because her boyfriend wanted to break up with her and be with a stripper or some sort of that nature.
We still don't even know if that is the reason.
Right. We have no idea, but
we are speculating.
We do know she disappeared herself. We do know that.
Well, locked up.
And the article came out and the news came out saying that currently she is facing up to a year in prison and about $18,000, and not restitution. I think that's the wrong word. Retribution. I think it's the word.
Okay.
But one of them R words.
There's another fine too that she has to pay.
Oh, on top of the 18K?
There was like 2 that I saw on there.
Oh, well. They want her to pay some money and they want her to be in jail. I feel like the money, yes. Jail.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like if she does get jail, hopefully it's not a year.
Prison?
I feel like a year in jail, and I don't really feel like she should go to jail, but I think it's because people don't really know what to do about that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I think they would probably feel like her paying the fine is, like nothing or whatever, like that's getting off. They let white folks do it all the time, but I don't know. I really don't know what to say about her. Like, I feel bad for her because I feel like I'm pretty sure in her mind she did not think it was gonna go like this.
I still think homegirl had just like I told y'all, I lost my mind yesterday. I just didn't disappear myself. But I definitely lost my shit. It was gone. So I can understand how the moment of distress.
Yeah, I get it. I really do. Because like I said on here, hell, I be wanting to run away too all the time.
Run away, la, la, la,
all the time.
Run away, la, 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 la.
For real.
Run away.
So I get it, but I don't know. I really hope that if she does get jail time, it's not a full year. Because I think going to jail for that with who she's gonna
be her to prison.
Yeah, like with who she gonna be in there with, like, and then everybody knows about her, so it's like, of course,
you're going to prison.
Yeah, they're gonna be fucking with her, like.
I just don't think it's worth the jail time. I think y'all charge her $100K, $200K, whatever. Charge her however much y'all feel like y'all spent to try and find her ass. But to send her to prison,
yeah,
she gonna be even more fucked up when she comes out.
is. Because it's not like they be in there actually reforming folks. She gonna show enough run away then. Yeah. It would be crazy to me. What if she like escaped and ran away again?
Did you see that article earlier today where them 4 niggas escaped from prison in like Georgia or Florida or somewhere? It was 3 niggas and an old white man, and they escaped in a Dodge Charger.
It's been a lot of people escaping lately.
That let me know that the COs ain't doing their job, because that's an inside job. To escape from prison, you got help. You ain't just getting up out of the prison with nobody knowing. All them damn cameras.
Hell, some of them be caught on camera leaving, but ain't nobody ran after their ass.
What y'all on the coffee break?
I saw one where the dude like scaled the wall or whatever.
Oh yes, that was up there in Illinois, and everybody was, and then he was breaking into people's houses and like stealing clothes, shoes, weapons, cars. Like, I don't know if they ever found him.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, if you did something bad and you in jail, I'm not rooting for you. You did some minor shit, like some old ass drug charges or something, I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, if you're a murderer, definitely not rooting for you. But if you just, I even let you out for aggravated assault if it's not a domestic violence case.
It depends on the circumstances for me.
Well, sometimes they're like, when people get in bar fights and like you might be caught up in a moment, they get aggravated assault, or like, depending on how bad you beat
That's
somebody.
What I'm saying. The circumstances.
Yeah. Well.
But yeah, Carly, Godspeed, child, because you're gonna need it. You might want to go on and take some little boxing classes or something, because I feel like you're gonna
go ahead and keep pushing them wigs up, girl. Enjoy it while you can.
Go on and start trying to do your braids.
You won't have that in
because it don't quite look good.
I hate it. I really don't hope they don't send her.
I hate it for it. It's like, damn, but that shit crazy. Like, why the fuck did you do that? She need to be made to tell why the fuck she did that.
Now she need to sit down with Hoda and walk through the neighborhood, not Jada ass.
Yeah, that's somebody.
Walk through Hoover and walk up, and she need to walk up the interstate and be like, "Well, this is where I thought I saw the child."
Just even if it's a lie, we need to hear something. That's who I need to hear from, Carly. Jada, you shut the hell up at this point. You don't need to tell nothing else. Carly, I'm gonna tag you in.
You need to do some talking. Please. Yeah, you need to do a little more talking,
baby.
A little more, because we still confused.
What the fuck? Speaking of what the fuck? Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh my goodness. We about to get on y'all. Well, I'm about to get on women's ass. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely about to get in that ass.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know if y'all have seen the viral clip. And somebody actually sent this to me, talking about some, this you ain't it, LOL. Kiss my black ass. Kiss my black ass. Kiss my black ass. So if y'all seen that video of the lady in the green dress with her orange lipstick, red lipstick, whatever.
It was one of them ashy pinks.
Oh, look.
With no lip liner.
Yeah. Miss Ma'am was going on a date, and the man pulls up to the Cheesecake Factory, and she proceeds to say she's not going to get out the car. And does she look like, in her sundress, her $12 Target sundress, do I look like a girl who goes to the Cheesecake Factory? Bitch, you look like you go to Waffle House. Because like let's be for real. And this is why it's so hard for women like me to get a fucking man. Because women like her won't even, what's wrong? When did people now, granted, disclaimer. I hate Cheesecake Factory food. It is not the best food. I'm just gonna be real. But if a man took me on a date who like did not know that I did not prefer to go to Cheesecake Factory, took me to Cheesecake Factory, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, I hate Cheesecake Factory. I ain't even a Cheesecake Factory girl. I don't take myself to Cheesecake Factory." So I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna try to find the best thing on that thick ass menu they got.
I'm about to say, hell, it's so many damn options. You got to like something.
Like
You
on
like
that
something
thick
they
ass
got.
book of a menu they got, and I'd still give me some food and I'd call it a day.
First of all, okay, let's just talk about this. Cheesecake Factory used to be that girl, okay? Like Cheesecake Factory really used to be that girl, okay? That was like you doing something when you was going to the Cheesecake Factory. Now it's not like that so much. Like it's it's kind of died down. The food is not that good. They don't even have raspberry lemonade anymore, which mark your fucking days, okay? Count your days.
As long as they don't take away that red velvet cheesecake, I don't care.
Oh, that is my favorite one.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
As long as they don't take that shit off the menu, I'm gonna keep them in business. Okay.
Yeah. I just went to the Cheesecake Factory. That's why this is so funny to me. I went last like Monday. When my mom was still out of town and I didn't really have to come in the office for work. I was like, oh, I'm finna go to the Cheesecake Factory. That food was so goddamn good. And I had a blueberry.
You went around lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you go non-evening, it be decent. It be good.
Yeah.
But if you go in the evening, I don't know what it is.
Child, that food was so good. And I had a blueberry lemon drop. Shout out to Victoria. Okay. That food was so damn good. I don't understand like people saying like, oh, I don't go to eat in chain restaurants. Y'all acting up. Like this is what I'm saying about like when Tyler Perry and them and they be saying like women are gonna have to start like settling or whatever or blah blah blah. Like you out on a date with somebody that is coming around to get your door, picked you up. He seemed like he was a very nice guy because he didn't even get buck with her when she was talking all that shit.
Right.
And he took it to the Cheesecake Factory, which you could run a little bill up in Cheesecake Factory. Hell.
That's what I was just about to say. It's $10 a plate.
Yeah. Like you could get you a little steak, a little tenderloin plate and salmon.
A little pasta. Little Rasta pasta.
Like, what's wrong with that? Like, I think that was just like unwarranted. And I really hope that's one of them videos that's a skit. Cause nowadays that's what be happening. People be doing skits trying to go viral. And I really hope she was playing in her beauty supply store earrings.
Yeah, again, that's the shit that I hate seeing. Just like the girl who stood the dude up with the flowers and all of that, and then all the dudes would be in the comment like, "This is why you don't treat bitches nice," and that's why it's so hard to get a good, find a decent dude because it's like the decent dudes go out with somebody like that. Now you didn't embarrass the man because you said you ain't no Cheesecake Factory girl and all of this other stuff, and you recording and you doing all this stuff. Now the next day he go on, if it wasn't a skit. He probably ain't gonna even want to take nobody to the damn Cheesecake Factory. He gonna take the bitch to Arby's.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like you can't, and that's easier said than done, but I feel like you can't like, don't take that to everybody you date. I would hope that because men always tell women the same thing, like, oh, just because that nigga did that don't mean I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give me a chance.
They don't follow
that. It's not the same thing. Like just because she acted like that, don't. And I feel like what women in real life, not the ones on the internet, but in real life, the ones you can reach out and touch. Who is finna really act a fool over going to the Cheesecake Factory? I do not know one. I really don't.
Make this world a better place while you can.
I mean, while you couldn't go to Cheesecake Factory, like it was daytime in the video. Y'all could have went to the Cheesecake Factory, then went to a bar, and you picked the bar, right? Like it's you being a damn bitch for me.
I think people's standards be too high.
Crazy,
and that's just Like a lot of people, a lot of y'all think y'all deserve some things that y'all don't deserve. And that's not to say like you don't deserve the best of whatever it is you deserve. But I feel like some of y'all be trying to act like y'all these, I don't know if y'all spend too much time on the TikTok or the X or Instagram, and you too busy seeing other people go to Nobu and all this other stuff, and you think that's the lifestyle you supposed to be living. But again, we say this all the time. That might not be your path. Run your race. Like you said, this guy picked you up, taking you on a nice date. Be happy about this, and maybe the next date will be bigger and better. Maybe he's gonna take it up a notch each time. But you ain't even
y'all just like getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like if the restaurant is too romantic, too whatever, it's like, I don't know, it feels heightened.
It's pressure.
But if you go somewhere that's a little bit more chill, it kind of like lets you let your guard down. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can just talk or whatever. You don't have to feel nervous or anything like that. Like, so I don't know. It's weird. Like, people are weird. I don't know. People are so weird. I just don't see why you like. Then she already had her phone out. That's what made me feel like it was a skit. Like, she already had her phone out.
But there's a lot of women now that everybody an influencer. So
she ain't influenced shit.
I'm just saying, everybody influencer, fashion, lifestyle blogger. Everybody somebody nowadays.
And that's good, but she not.
Well, now she is. She known as the Cheesecake Lady.
You now you look stupid.
You didn't want to go in Cheesecake Factory, and you thought you was doing something by recording, and now you the Cheesecake Lady.
Now that's all you ever gonna get.
That's the title of the episode right here, Cheesecake Lady.
That's so crazy.
Put her own foot in her own mouth.
That's just crazy to me. I
love the Cheesecake Factory. If there's a man watching this, because I am single, if you want to take me to Cheesecake Factory, I'll go. And I'll either get a steak or the roster pasta or a Caesar, that grilled chicken salad or whatever, blackened. And I'm gonna give me a piece of red velvet cheesecake, and I'm going to eat the whole piece. I don't want to share. You get your own. Okay, thanks.
I'm usually gonna get like chicken costoletta, mashed potatoes. I want Brussels sprouts. I gotta have me a drink, and I'm gonna take the cheesecake to go. And I'm either gonna get the red velvet or I'm gonna get the Oreo. Y'all, oh my god, y'all know I love Oreos. Yeah,
I've never had the Oreo. I always get the original or the red velvet. That's it.
They have one that's like chocolate, turtle nut, something. That one good as fuck too.
That sounds like it got peanuts on it, and I'm good.
It got pecans, not peanuts. I like nuts.
On that. Well, speaking of nuts, woo!
Child.
I don't know if y'all have seen this clip, and we're gonna make sure I'll make sure to insert a little portion so that y'all can get the gist of what we talking about. But there was this pastor that went viral. Well, that's how I feel about that pastor man telling all of his congregation that men need sex.
Yeah, that was crazy as hell. And he basically was like, I don't like the whole notion that like men are just these creatures who are sexual beings and they desire to release all the time, and women are just here for us to do that, to release in, and you should just be here and be available for that. And if you want men to see more, see you as more than that, then you have to train him. You have to show him that. Otherwise,
it's your job.
You're a piece of meat. Meanwhile, you stand up there looking like a damn pork chop. Okay.
Christmas ham wrapped in the netting. What was getting me was the congregation talking about some, yes, pastor. Tell them. And it was women. Like, that was women in the background. And I'm like, wow. This is the problem with a lot of these. And I'm no offense. But these little bitty, backwoods churches, because I could tell that wasn't a big old church now. There wasn't a lot of people in there. Is that they preach these messages that are total foolishness. I'm just gonna be honest. The fact that man stood up there and said the reason that men need the sex and the women don't, y'all get a week off every month. That's why y'all don't need the sex like the man need the sex. What are you talking about?
That's crazy to me because it's like women are just as sexual hell, if not more than men. Like me, you and Victoria have talked about this in our group chat before. Like men be thinking they want sex all the time until they get with somebody who really want sex all the time, and then that nigga be like, "Whoa, I came here to dance. Yes. I came here to dance, and that's it." Face ass little boy. Okay. So I don't know why. The thinking is so old. And I say this on here all the time. Y'all be talking about what women need to do, what women need. It's never any emphasis on what men need to do. Y'all on here every day trying to talk about how women need to get men and this what you need to do and this how you need to act.
How our value is depreciating. Yeah, shout out to Ebony K. Williams.
I never hear nobody online talking about what it takes to be a good man, what it takes to be a good father, what it takes to be a good businessman and developing
a good friend. Hell, be a good homeboy.
Friend. Like just a man with morals and principles, having like, self-esteem for yourself, like, or showing restraint even, because just because you see women or just because women wear stuff don't mean she got it on for you. Like, I think teaching men that, like, what women wear is some kind of open invitation is very dangerous rhetoric. Like, it just is, because that's not the case. Like, if that's the case, anything somebody wears could be sexual. Like, I just saw a clip on Poor Minds, and shout out to Shay, who they were talking about how some girls, they want to go on dates with men and they want them to pay for stuff, but they don't necessarily deem that it's like sex work. And they was like, well, honestly, sex work could be anything. Like, you could show a nigga a picture of your feet and he pay you, and that could be sex work. So, like, you could be walking around here in a damn burqa, covered up, head to toe, and the motherfucker can get turned on. It doesn't matter.
You wear a trash bag. Niggas do not care. They don't care. They don't care.
Let me take that trash out. Like, it don't
then
matter.
Gonna be like, I can tell you thick up under that trash bag. How?
It doesn't matter. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that kind of stuff it's dangerous to teach people, and it's dangerous to teach little girls for real. Like, I've said on this show before, I do think as women, because the world thinks that way, you have to be cognizant and carry yourself a certain way if you want to be taken seriously and in certain settings. That's just a fact, because you see how these people out here think. So if you walking around half naked and you think people are going to take you seriously, you're going to be in for a rude awakening, because obviously they think that you don't take yourself seriously. It's just a fact of life. That's what people think.
Because I thought he's supposed to be teaching people, to save themselves before marriage and to be focused on the word of God and getting themselves closer to God. Not in here telling all the women in the congregation they need to be having sex with men because they're going to be doing it anyway. And it's their job to prove themselves more valuable than just a little hot box.
If they be teaching women to be so abstinent all the time, who the fuck are they being abstinent with? Like, who are men having sex with if we teach women not to have sex, but then they teach men to have all the sex? Who they fucking? Other niggas?
Now, they fucking women because they're all manipulative narcissists. They're fucking women, but, they hit them with that, well, if you really care about me, or, I love you, God put it on my heart that you're supposed to be the lady in my life. Or,
Nigga, you ain't Michael Jackson.
my grandma before she passed had told me I was gonna find somebody. You know, all that bullshit ass shit they be telling folks to get their drawers off. Then the girls, you eat it up, we eat it up. I'm speaking from experience, not recently. I eat some shit up, but stuff like that I don't eat up. But you know, you hear well, I guess he care about me. Bitch, he don't care. He gonna get that pussy, he gonna hit that dough, and he gonna be gone. And guess what? You're gonna be sitting there feeling empty, like a little teacup. So everybody needs sex in the right what's the word? In the right setting, in the right whenever it's right for them. But it ain't just men, it ain't just women. Both parties need sex. And hell, he talking about some. That's why women have a break every month. I know plenty of folks who have period sex. So that break don't be a break for a lot of folks.
Okay. There's one thing about it. Most of these niggas don't even care about no damn period. They be asking, are you
if they like you,
what?
Right. No, they really be like, is it your first day or your second to last? Which day is they literally
what day are we on?
What day are you on?
Because we can put a towel down. Yeah. So it's not a problem.
Now on that note, men do be needing sex because they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck. Let's be clear.
They do not.
Let's be very clear. Child.
I can't believe he was really preaching that. Not preaching about Daniel and the coat of many all the colors.
I wonder what was the lesson in that sermon though. Like, what was the message behind it?
The Bible verse connected to it. Like, what did he pull out? I don't think there was a Bible verse. I feel like what happened was, and this is what a lot of preachers be doing, because my daddy used to do this shit, is that they bring their personal shit into the pulpit and they start preaching on stuff that is going on in their house, but because they, I guess, I don't know, feel like they can't say what they need to say in their house, they use the pulpit as a way to say whatever they gotta say. And I feel like the pastor man, I don't know if he married, but I feel like he was trying to get some poom and somebody told him no, so he said, you know what I'm gonna make the day word about? How you supposed to give your man?
You know what? Just like women or men like to be attracted to women, and they, the breasts and all this. Like while he was on the video saying like y'all have breasts and booty and thighs, women like to be attracted to men too. So if you out here wearing a 5X suit, maybe she don't want to fuck you. Like I think
that's a lot of men, and not in a good way.
You know what I'm saying?
Not in a good way.
Like I think people graze over that too. Like, you know, women kind of like to be turned on too. We not like sex dolls and we just lay there and like not be aroused. Like we like to be aroused too. Like we like to see and like what we see too. So it's not just the other way around. And he was like, oh, a man from when he born to when he died. Negro, please.
And then what was that statistic he gave? He said men have about 18 billion, 345 million quadrillion sperms. We supposed to spread them. What the fuck? And do he not know that women also actually technically ejaculate as well? Now it's not as like aggressive as men, right? But we do. So like what science class did he go to? What class? Not
none of them. They just be up there talking about what they think they know. Like, but they don't.
You can't go to everybody's church.
Yeah, I mean, and also too, that just sounds like the woman probably never pleased in bed. Like it sounds like the woman probably just laying there, like, you know, got to do this for my husband. You know. 4 times a week.
I just think about the kids or the little girls, like all them women in that church that was saying amen, hallelujah, pastor, all of that, gonna go home and teach their daughters and they little girls that, hey, this is what you're supposed to do. Men need sex. You supposed to have sex with a man whenever he want. Like that's the stuff that I be thinking of. It's like now we're gonna have another generation and another group of girls who feel like they supposed to be subservient to men and do whatever it is the man wants them to do, and not have no choice and not know, you know, no say in the situation. And that's the part that really be upsetting me.
I can say though, with our generation, I'm glad that kind of thinking is dying. Because I feel
Right.
like with our generation, women are way more independent. So that's why women be on that tip. Like, okay, well, what can you bring to the table? Like, what can you do? Like, what are we doing? Women are a lot more like aggressive, I guess, in that way. But um, it's got to be mutually beneficial for us. Like, gone are the
Right.
days where the man just getting what he want and we don't say anything. I mean, hell, look at
Say
Jada.
that one more time. Say that one more time. Cause I
With-
really think that a lot of niggas
yeah.
really don't want no woman to say shit. They just want you to sit there and be like, all right, whatever. Yep.
I
I'm
mean,
cool with
look
that.
at Jada. That's a prime example of like somebody that's been suppressed for a very long time. Like just putting her feelings to the side because he's working and he's making all this money and he's Will Smith and
Right.
I should be happy to be here. He bought
He's
us
my
this house.
husband.
He's my husband and we're doing movies with the kids and everybody's doing so well, but like she's not really being heard in her house. Like
And
he's
she's
really
not
not.
doing well. Yeah, her hair falling out, all this other stuff that happens since she been married.
Yeah, I mean, but that's because it's been all about him the
Right.
whole time. And that's what I'm saying. Like when people be saying like happy wife, happy life, that's the kind of shit they talking about.
It's the realest shit, and I wish more niggas really understood. I continuously be like, and I feel like when they hear that in men brains, because they always say men math and women math and all this stuff.
Mhm.
In men brains, when they hear that, they hear happy wife, happy life. Oh, I'm a bitch now. I'm a
Right. I'm a
bitch.
simp. I'm doing
I'm a
whatever
simp.
my
I'm a
wife want
bitch.
me to do.
My wife wear the pants. My wife control it. And it's like, no. What that means is I respect and care about my wife enough to listen to her opinion and listen to her input and actually consider her feelings and her, thought process and how I move throughout my life. That's all that means.
Mhm.
That means you don't be selfish and make a decision and then tell her after the fucking fact.
Mhm. I mean, even like Kadeen in them book, We Over Me, they make it a point to please each other every day. So every day he's trying to see what can I do for Kadeen to like make sure she's good today. Do I need to pick up the kids or let me make her food or like I know she's got a photo shoot today. Let me make sure I got everything taken care of. Okay, when it's her turn, okay, I know Kadeen's or Deval's gonna be at work. I'm gonna pack his lunch, make his food. Like they are in service basically to one another. And I think that's the problem. Like everybody just goes into things looking at like me, like what can I get out of it? Which I get it, like you should, but it's not a like I feel like you have to really be with somebody that you like or love or whatever in order for y'all to really like work together. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people mean by happy wife, happy life. Like if you take care of your woman, like how people say, oh, well, if a man will buy a house, but a woman will make it a home. Like whatever you give women, we multiply, we make it better. That's why
Hell, Kevin Gates said it best
you know what I'm
about
saying?
Drinker. When he said, I ain't called nobody when I went to jail except Drinker. And in a couple hours, she was there with everything I need. He said, I don't know how she did what she did, but she got it.
Yeah, and meanwhile, he's spitting in pregnant women's mouth. You see how people just small
Yeah.
and what she did, not said nothing.
She's like growing weed now. She has like a farm and all that other stuff. And like,
You know
she's
what I'm saying?
doing decently. And I think I heard a rumor that they had like rekindled, but I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, happy wife, happy life. And that means again, I just feel like that means you actually care enough to respect her opinion and her input in life and in the choices that you make for the family and for y'all as a couple. That's all that means. But a lot of niggas, again, like we said, all y'all hear is, oh, that's a bitch shit. That's simp shit. I ain't no simp ass nigga. I ain't about to be no simp. I'm going to do what I want when I want to do it. Why the fuck would you want to date somebody or be in a marriage or a situation with somebody and only want to do and treat them nicely when you feel like it? That sounds fucking crazy to me.
That sounds crazy. I mean, why would you want to be with them at all then? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the logic ain't logicking. And that's
But
why I don't
that
understand a lot of
is
men nowadays.
that is a new notion to them though, because just like it's new for women to be speaking up and saying like, okay, I don't like that. It's new for them to be like, you kind of have to like listen to her and see what she likes, right? Like it's all new for us. And so I feel like though they don't, it's hard for them to like make the effort. Like they're just behind us. Whereas like women, we get in like new information and we quickly adapt. You know what I'm saying? Men are slow. And don't take that personally if there's any men that watch this, but it's proven like men are a little slow. And it don't matter what kind of man it is. A smart man, a rich man, a good man. Y'all a little, you got a little radio in you.
And what's do you think that's a part of the statistic about men maturing slower than women?
Yeah. Cause it's something wrong with them. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Truly.
I really started learning that like when I got in my relationship. And then you start looking at like stuff. I start looking at stuff my dad would do. I'm like, oh, special ed. And then when you be at work, like, cause one of my bosses, I ain't gonna say which one, cause I don't know if they ever like see these. Even though I ain't following them, but they might not be this deep.
Might follow us.
They might not be this deep into the video, but one of my bosses is slow as the fuck. And every time I get to work, he's never prepared. Never.
Men don't know how to be prepared. Men are some of the most unprepared individuals that I think I've ever come in contact with. Because the men in my job like that.
I come to work every week, and this is really giving it away. I only go to that job one day out the week. The one day that I come, you act like you surprised I'm here.
No, my boss be the same way. How you doing? I come here 5 days a week.
I come here, you got a meeting at 12, knowing damn well I come at 11. You ain't got the money for the giveaway. You done lost your damn card. I thought one time, it was about 2-3 weeks ago, I'm thinking this man going to get the damn money or whatever so we can do the giveaway. This motherfucker went to Taco Bell. Sitting in there eating his damn lunch. We got work to do.
Sitting there eating his lunch for me.
We got work to do. You think I ain't hungry?
He said, look, I got to eat this Supreme burrito real quick.
Baby, it's something wrong with these folks.
And I got to drink this Baja Blast. Man. And then I'll get back to you.
And don't need it. Because ever since they talked about your ass,
I would like the fire sauce, please. Thank you.
Ever since they talked about his ass on TikTok, now nobody want to be in the video no more. You know, people online mean. They had said something like, why people be wearing athletic wear when they not athletic. Yeah, they did. They went in.
Men is good for that. But I do be going to the store in my leggings and my workout jacket. But I feel like that's different. Niggas be having on the full court fit. They be having on the basketball shorts, the leggings, the knee brace, the pullover, the arm brace, and the headband. And then you be like, where you been? Oh, I just been chilling out and about, running errands.
Yeah, I think the thing is it looks stupid for them, but we just got leggings on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a double standard. Y'all gonna have to accept that. But yeah, they talk about his ass.
You know, basketball players think about them.
Yeah, that's why a lot of them don't be wanting to be on the videos no more because they saw how they be like going in.
Damn.
Yeah. Child.
Well, more of the story is men need sex, but women need sex too. So don't feel no obligation to be sleeping with your man because the pastor told you to do. Okay.
Yeah. I would say my takeaway from this show is be with somebody you like.
And somebody who like you.
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of these people don't actually like you. They like the chase. I posted about this the other day on my story. A lot of men like the chase, and I got a lot of men that replied to me that said, "Yeah, like for real, you right." Like they like to chase. They like the thrill. It's like a game. It's like the fox and the hound. Oh, she don't want me. Let me see if I can get her attention some more. Oh, she ain't paying me attention. No. And as soon as you give that nigga a little glimmer of light, he feel like he that nigga and he gonna switch up. So,
and that's why as women we had to make it hard on these niggas.
And I again believe the rule that you need to be with a man who like you more than you like them. I know people don't like to hear that. I know people don't want to say that, but I think it's the truth. When a man like a woman more, like he truly like her more, it's just a tad bit less issues, just a tad bit. It ain't perfect. So I just feel like there's certain issues that you're not gonna have because that nigga like you. He don't want to lose you.
It's a fact.
So that's the moral of the story. Make sure you follow us. It's always down below at the bottom of the screen. Follow me on Instagram at the real Albany Ayana and Twitter at _ Albany Ayana _ and all of that stuff be down below in the link tree.
And you can follow me on Instagram at _ the real Jessica Monique. You can follow me on TikTok at the real Jessica _ Monique. Thank you guys so much for watching. We love you guys. Make sure you hit the subscribe button because we've been sitting at like 96, 97 followers for a while now, and we should be at 100.
Yeah.
Okay. So
just go ahead and
make sure you follow
a couple more.
Yeah, like if you want to be on the show, hit us up. All the things, okay? We love y'all, and thank you so much for watching.
She a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend. She a real bad bitch, drive her own car. She don't need no lift in a strip club. No